So finally, a bit of good news for Newcastle United. After a disappointing 1-1 draw to Watford last week, finally Newcastle went to Elland Road to get our first away win of the season against Leeds United. It was a close game, of course, 1-0 to Newcastle. Jonjo Shelvey with the free kick and with a little bit of help, I would say, from the Leeds United goalkeeper. But it all counts and I'm not complaining whatsoever. So let's get into it. Let's see what takeaways we've got from that game. So first of all, it appears to me that it's very obvious that we still lack that spark up front. We still lack that ability to look dangerous in attack. And that is that's a growing concern, because when Eddie Howe came in, I thought with the players we had enough to kind of possibly be dangerous. And I know Callum Wilson is out, and I know we've brought Chris Wood in, but it is worrying really the lack of creativity in the team. However, that said, we did have some good chances in the match, and we should have probably had a penalty as well. So all things considered, we did have enough chances to win the game, and we did win the game. But overall, it's slightly worrying the lack of creativity still in that team, and I think we're desperate for more players to come in, which I'll get onto in a few minutes. I think the really important thing now is that Newcastle follow this up with another win, because it's all right winning another game, but really when we beat Burnley, we couldn't then build on it with another win. Obviously, we drew against Watford, and now we've won against Leeds, and that's in 2 games. That's okay, that's 4 points, but now can we go and beat Everton at home in the next home match in 2 weeks' time? That is a big question. Can we put back-to-back wins together now for the first time? We're slowly ticking off the first this season. We've got our first home win against Burnley. We've got our first away win against Leeds. But now, can we put a string of positive results together? And that really is the key here, because, as I said before, the Watford game, we had 7 games, in my opinion, between now and the very start of March against Brighton to really save ourselves, save the season. And I think we needed to win probably 3 minimum out of those 7 games, but realistically, we really needed to win 4. The Watford game was squandered, and really now we've got the win against Leeds, so that's one of them, but we need to back that up against an Everton team who, probably will get a new manager bounce, possibly, but it doesn't always happen, as we've seen with ourselves and Eddie Howe. You know, nothing's guaranteed. These new manager bounces don't always happen. Although the fact that Everton will have a new manager probably by the time we play them does fill me with a little bit of more fear than I would if we were playing them like next week and they didn't have a new manager in place. Everton is an opportunity to make it 2 wins from 3 games, and I think that if we can do that, it would be absolutely massive for our season. The win against Leeds was huge, not just because obviously it was a win, but actually because Norwich won. It keeps us very much in touch with the teams just outside the relegation zone. So obviously Norwich done really well. They've got themselves out of the relegation zone. We've now leapfrogged Watford, and so we're doing all right. We're all right. We're still in touch, but we have to keep picking up points now. We have to go on a run, and we have to make sure that we are winning matches. And really, like I said, we've got games coming up before we play Chelsea where I think we can do that, but we are making it very, very hard work, and that is what concerns me really, that it's still, things are not coming easier for us, and we've only registered the 2nd win of the season. I'm not complaining, it's just an observation. One thing is for absolute certain, though, and I've kind of alluded to this before, we must bring more players in. Clearly it's been harder to get players in than I think the new owners had realised it was going to be. Obviously Trippier and Wood, good signings. I think Trippier's doing a great job. Wood's sort of done okay in his first 2 games, but not. Obviously, it'd be nice for him to get his first goal and then get up and running in that respect. We need more. I keep saying this, but we need some midfield options. Fair enough, Shelvey did well against Leeds. Fair play to him, but Joe Linton now looking like he might be out. Possibly, we don't know yet the extent to his injury. Hopefully, it's just a small pull and nothing too serious. But we're down Joe Linton, who's been one of our better players, but we need that creative spark, and we also need the defensive ability from a midfield kind of blocker, in a sense, kind of someone who can break up play and link defence and attack. So huge problem bringing someone like that in. But really, before we play Everton, we need at least 2 more players as an absolute minimum in. But really, we really need more than that. I think we know that. Towards the end of the transfer window, even if it's loan signings, we bring some players in, new centre-back, I think 2 central midfielders, really. I think that could be the absolute key for us. If we can get 2 really good central midfielders who can come in and just dictate games, that could just elevate us to where we need to go. Finally, though, I am absolutely chuffed that we won that game. You know, I'm over the moon. It's so good it's only the second win of the season. It's absolutely crazy that basically we're nearly at the end of January and we've only won 2 matches. But it is what it is. We're still within touching distance of safety, despite how bad this season's been. There is hope yet. They keep drawing us back in, don't they? You keep thinking it's over, and then you get a result like this. And as I said, the key thing for me now is pushing on, building on it, and just hoping that we can maintain it. Fingers crossed.